The moment my boots touched the familiar ground, I whispered, "I made it back." My voice trembled like it wasn't sure it belonged to peace anymore. The war stayed behind me physically, but inside my chest it still echoed. "You're home now," I told myself. "You survived for a reason." Lucas hugged me so hard I almost lost my breath. "Bro, I thought I'd never see you again," he said. "I'm here," I replied softly. "I'm not going anywhere." He pulled back, studying my face. "You look different." "I feel different," I admitted. Some parts of me never left that battlefield. "Does it hurt?" he asked. "Sometimes," I said. "Sometimes it hurts to breathe. Sometimes it hurts to remember." Emma stepped forward, smiling, but the smile felt fragile. "You're finally home," she said. "I dreamed about this moment every night," I told her. I kept telling myself, just survive. Just get back to Emma. She hugged me, but something about it felt careful. "You must be exhausted," she murmured. "I'm tired," I said. "But I'm alive. That's what matters." Inside, my heart pounded with relief. I can rebuild, I thought. I can start over. Mr. Carter shook my hand firmly. "We're proud of you," he said. "Your family never stopped believing in you." "Thank you," I replied. "You kept them safe when I couldn't." "You carried a heavy burden," he said. "Now it's time to rest." "I want to rest," I admitted. "But my mind doesn't always let me." Lucas asked quietly, "Do you still hear the gunfire?" "Sometimes," I said. "Sometimes I wake up reaching for a weapon that isn't there." Emma touched my arm. "You don't have to fight anymore," she said. "I know," I replied. "But my heart hasn't learned that yet." She avoided my eyes for a moment. "We'll figure things out," she said. "I kept imagining our future," I told her. "Our wedding. Our home. Normal mornings." "That sounds beautiful," she said, but her voice lacked the warmth I expected. "Are you okay?" I asked. "I'm fine," she answered quickly. "You just need time to adjust." "I need honesty," I said gently. "Not distance." "I'm not distant," she insisted, but the words felt rehearsed. Lucas tried to lighten the mood. "Come on, man. You're back. That's what matters." "I came back for you," I said. "For Emma. For peace." Mr. Carter nodded. "You earned a second chance," he said. "Don't waste it." "I won't," I promised. "I want to live. I want to love. I want to heal." Emma forced another smile. "We'll make things work," she said. I studied her face. "You sound unsure." "I'm just overwhelmed," she replied. "It's a lot to take in." "I'm overwhelmed too," I admitted. "But I'm happy." "Aren't you happy?" "Of course," she said, but her eyes flickered away. A quiet knot formed in my chest. Why does this feel different? I wondered. Why does her voice feel guarded? Lucas clapped my shoulder. "You're safe now," he said. "That's what matters most." "I tell myself that every hour," I replied. "Sometimes it helps." Emma looked at me carefully. "You're not the same person," she said softly. "I know," I said. "But I'm still yours. I'm still me." She hesitated. "I just need time," she whispered. "I'll give you time," I said. "All I ask is trust." Mr. Carter smiled warmly. "You have a strong heart," he said. "Stronger than you realize." "I hope so," I replied. "Because I feel fragile." Lucas grinned. "You're still my big brother," he said. "War didn't change that." "That means more than you know," I told him. Emma stepped back, folding her hands. "We should celebrate," she suggested. "You made it home." "Yes," I said. "Let's celebrate life." But as laughter filled the room, a small voice inside me whispered, "Something feels off." I brushed it away. "Don't ruin this moment," I told myself. "Choose hope." I looked at Emma and thought, love brought me back. Love will keep me here. I ignored the quiet tension, believing this was just fear fading. I smiled and said, "This is the beginning of our future." And I truly believed it. I keep telling myself, love will fix this. Love will fix me. Every morning I look at Emma and think, we survived the distance. We can survive the damage. "Did you sleep okay?" she asks. "Not really," I admit. My mind keeps replaying things I don't want to remember. "You'll get better," she says. "It just takes time." "I hope you're right," I reply. "Because I'm scared of losing the life I dreamed of." She smiles, but it feels thin. "We're fine," she says. "I want us to be more than fine," I tell her. "I want us to feel close again." She hesitates. "We are close." Then why does it feel like you're holding back? I ask. I'm not, she insists. You're just sensitive lately. War does that, I say quietly. It makes you terrified of being left behind. Sophia stops by one afternoon, giving me a gentle smile. You've been through so much, she says. I'm really glad you made it home. Thank you, I reply. It means a lot. She glances at Emma, then back at me. If you ever need someone to talk to, I'm here. That's kind of you, I say. You sound worried. I just care, she answers quickly. That's all. Her voice trembles slightly and I wonder, why does she seem nervous around me? Later I meet Ryan at our old hangout spot. Man, it's good to see you, he says. It's good to be seen, I reply. I thought I lost everything over there. You didn't lose us, he says, but he won't meet my eyes. Are you okay? I ask. You seem distant. I'm just busy, he says. Life got complicated while you were gone. Everything feels complicated to me, I admit. I keep thinking people moved on without me. No one forgot you, he says. Don't let your head mess with you. I'm trying not to, I reply. But it's hard to trust silence. That night, Emma scrolls through her phone, smiling at a message she quickly hides. Who was that? I ask. Just a friend, she says. Why hide it? I press. It's nothing, she insists. You're overthinking. I've been overthinking since the war, I admit. I don't want to overthink us. You're letting your trauma talk, she says. Not reality. Trauma or instinct? I ask softly. She turns away. You're imagining problems. Later, I overhear half a conversation through a door. Did he notice? Someone whispers. I don't think so, Emma murmurs. My chest tightens. Notice what? I wonder. Why does that sound like a secret? When I confront her gently, I say, You feel far away lately. I'm just stressed, she replies. You're reading too much into things. I want honesty, I tell her. Even if it hurts. There's nothing to confess, she says, but her tone feels rushed. Sophia sends me a message. You deserve happiness. Don't blame yourself for feeling uncertain. I stare at the screen. Why would I blame myself? I mutter. What does she know? Ryan avoids meeting me again, brushing off plans with excuses. You good? I text him. Yeah, he replies. Just busy. Everyone's busy, I whisper to myself. Or hiding. Late at night, I see another notification flash on Emma's phone. She turns the screen down instantly. Can we talk? I ask quietly. Not now, she says. You're tired? Get some rest. I don't want rest, I reply. I want reassurance. You're safe, she says. That should be enough. Safety isn't love, I answer. Love is honesty. She sighs. You're letting fear control you. I'm letting fear protect me, I say. Because losing you would break me. She softens for a moment. I care about you. Care isn't the same as loyalty, I whisper. Silence stretches between us, thick and uncomfortable. Inside my mind, I argue with myself. You're paranoid. You're damaged. You're seeing ghosts. Then another voice whispers, You've been right before. Don't ignore your gut. I replay small moments. The hidden phone, the awkward pauses, the way Sophia watches me, the way Ryan won't look at me. Am I imagining this? I ask myself. Or am I refusing to see the truth? Emma kisses my cheek and says, You're home. Everything is okay. I want to believe her. I want to believe love is still solid. But as I lie awake, staring at the ceiling, I admit something painful to myself. The love I trusted might not be as loyal as I believed. And that realization hurts more than any battlefield ever did. I didn't mean to find out. I was looking for something simple. A note, a message, anything that made me feel connected to Emma, and instead I found her laughter in Ryan's text thread. The kind of laughter that belonged to people in love. My heart froze, my stomach dropped. What is this? I whispered to myself, staring at my phone. Emma came in humming softly. What are you doing? Why are you laughing with him like this? I demanded, my voice breaking. She froze, face draining of color. What do you mean? This message. Ryan. All these messages. How long has this been happening? My hands shook. Emma stepped back. I didn't mean for you to see. Didn't mean for me to see? I shouted. We were supposed to be rebuilding. I survived for this, Emma. For us. For you. And you, with him? I was lonely, she said quietly. You were gone. I didn't know if you'd come back. You didn't know if I'd come back? I echoed, voice hollow. I risked everything to come back to you. I fought to live so I could hold you again, and you? I'm sorry, she cried. I was scared. I felt abandoned. I didn't think anyone would understand. I understand. I yelled. I survived hell, Emma. I watched friends die. And now I watch the person I love betray me. Ryan stayed in the corner, eyes downcast, silent. He wouldn't even look at me. Why are you just standing there? I barked at him. Say something. Say anything. He finally muttered, I didn't mean for this to. You didn't mean? I laughed bitterly, tears stinging my eyes. You didn't mean to ruin my life? You didn't mean to destroy everything I fought for? Emma stepped closer, tears streaming. I was weak. I was scared. I didn't know how to wait for you. Please try to understand. Understand? I cut her off. Do you hear yourself? Understand what? That you cheated? That you lied? That every word, every moment, every touch while I was at war was a lie. I felt so alone, she sobbed. And Ryan, he was there, and I. Stop. I screamed. Stop speaking. Every word is another wound. Ryan shuffled uncomfortably, avoiding my gaze. I didn't know. You didn't know? I spat. You didn't know you were betraying your best friend? Your friend who came back alive for love, for hope, for trust. Emma's hands reached for me. Please. I still love you. I don't want to lose you. I was afraid. Love. I laughed, bitter and raw. This isn't love. Love doesn't hide in shadows. Love doesn't leave betrayal as a gift for the one who sacrificed everything. I panicked, she cried. I was scared. You chose fear over me, I said. You chose him over me. All the messages, all the nights, all the things you thought I wouldn't see, you destroyed us. Ryan finally spoke, voice small. I should have stopped it. You should have done what? Be honest? Stop it before it became this? Too late, Ryan. My knees felt weak. Too late for apologies. Too late for explanations. Too late for anything. Emma tried to step closer again. Please, I can fix this. Fix this. I shouted, stepping back. Nothing can fix this. Not words, not tears, not excuses. You think your fear justifies betrayal? You think love forgives deceit? Tears blurred my vision. I thought surviving the war was the hardest part. I thought watching comrades die was pain enough. But this is worse than bullets, worse than fire, worse than every nightmare I survived. She fell silent, sobbing. Ryan just shifted uneasily, hands in pockets, shame covering him like a shadow. I took a deep breath, voice trembling. I don't know if I can ever look at you the same. I don't know if I can trust anyone again. I don't even know if I want to stay in this house, in this life, with these walls holding all the lies. I'm begging you, Emma whispered, voice cracking. Don't leave me. Don't. I have to, I said. I can't stay where betrayal breathes. I can't watch you pretend like nothing happened. I can't keep pretending my love is enough to outweigh deceit. She reached out one last time, hands trembling. Please just. I shook my head. No, I can't. Not now. Not ever, maybe. You broke me in ways the war never could. I turned toward the door. Each step felt heavy, each heartbeat a drum of heartbreak. My chest ached, every memory of love now laced with poison. Lucas's voice echoed faintly in my head. You survived hell. You'll survive this. But as I walked away, leaving Emma and Ryan behind, I realized survival wouldn't feel the same. My life, my trust, my hope, everything had changed forever. I closed the door, letting it click shut behind me. And in that silence, I understood something terrible and absolute. The world I fought to return to no longer existed. I keep telling myself, you survived war. You should survive heartbreak. But every night, my mind drags me back to gunfire, screams, and Emma's confession, all tangled together. I wake up gasping, whispering, not again. Please, not again. Lucas knocks on my door. You okay, bro? I'm breathing, I reply. That's the only proof I have. You barely sleep anymore, he says. You barely eat. I don't feel hunger, I admit. I only feel noise. What kind of noise? He asks. The kind that tells me I wasn't enough, I say. The kind that tells me I deserved it. That's not true, he insists. You gave everything. I gave everything, I echo bitterly. And it still wasn't enough. Later, I sit across from Dr. Helen Moore, hands shaking. You don't have to pretend you're okay, she says gently. Tell me what hurts. Everything, I reply. My past. My present. My own reflection. What do you see when you look at yourself? She asks. I see a soldier who failed, I say. A fiancé who got replaced. A man who couldn't hold on to love. You survived unimaginable trauma, she says. That doesn't make you weak. It makes me broken, I answer. It makes me angry. Anger can hide grief, she explains. What are you grieving? I'm grieving the life I thought I had, I say. I'm grieving the person I thought Emma was. I'm grieving the version of me who believed in forever. She nods. Do you ever think about revenge? Yes, I admit. Sometimes I imagine hurting Ryan. Sometimes I imagine making Emma feel the same pain. And how does that make you feel? She asks. Powerful, I confess. Then empty. Then ashamed. Those thoughts don't make you a monster, she says. They make you human. I don't feel human, I reply. I feel like a weapon with no war left to fight. Lucas waits for me outside afterward. How did it go? He asks. I told her I'm falling apart, I say. She didn't look afraid. That's good, he replies. You shouldn't face this alone. I feel alone anyway, I admit. Even when people stand next to me. That night, my nightmares return stronger. I whisper, incoming, then jolt awake hearing Emma's voice saying, I was lonely. I grab my head. Make it stop, I beg the darkness. Make it quiet. My phone lights up with a message from Emma. Can we talk? I stare at it and mutter, talking broke me. Lucas sits beside me. You don't have to reply, he says. I want to reply, I admit. I also want to disappear. You matter, he tells me. Even if your heart feels shattered. I don't know who I am without love, I say. I don't know who I am without war. You're my brother, he says firmly. You're still you. I hate myself, I whisper. I hate that I trusted. I hate that I still care. Dr. Moore's words echo in my head. Pain can consume you or shape you. I argue with myself. Destroy them. Make them suffer. Then another voice counters. Destroying them will destroy you. I slam my fist into a pillow. Why wasn't I enough? I shout. Lucas grips my arm. You were enough, he insists. Their choices don't define your worth. My worth feels like rubble, I say. Like a battlefield after defeat. The next therapy session, Dr. Moore asks, what scares you most right now? I'm scared I'll become someone I hate, I reply. I'm scared I'll turn into bitterness. What do you want instead? She asks. I want peace, I say. I want to feel whole again. That starts with forgiving yourself, she says. I don't know how, I admit. I only know how to survive. Survival can become living, she says. But you must choose it. At home, Lucas says, you can rise above this. I can also drown in it, I reply. Both options feel real. You're stronger than this pain, he insists. I don't feel strong, I say. I feel hollow. One night, I sit alone and whisper, I can let this pain consume me, or I can fight back. Tears fall as I admit, I don't want to hate myself forever. I breathe slowly and say, I have to choose who I become next. And for the first time since everything shattered, I wonder if rising above the pain might still be possible. I wake up, muscles stiff, heart heavy, but a thought hits me, this isn't the end. I refuse to let betrayal define me. Lucas peeks in. Morning. You're up early. I couldn't sleep, I say. Too many thoughts. Too much fire in my head. You'll burn yourself out, he warns. I'd rather burn than stay broken, I admit. Lucas shakes his head. There's another way. You just haven't found it yet. I nod slowly, thinking of Marcus. He was the first person who ever taught me discipline. Maybe Marcus can help, I mutter. I call him, hands trembling. Marcus, I need guidance. I can't be who I was and I refuse to become bitter. Meet me at the gym, he replies, voice steady. We'll start there. I arrive, tense and raw. Marcus studies me for a moment. You carry war and heartbreak in your bones. You're heavy but not broken. Not yet. I feel broken, I confess. I don't know if I can trust myself again. Trust comes from action, not feeling, he says. Let's rebuild. Start with strength, inside and out. He pushes me through drills I thought I'd never endure. Faster. Harder. Focus. I gasp, muscles burning. I don't know if I can. Yes, you can, he snaps. You survived bullets and fire. You can survive yourself. Afterward, sitting on a bench, drenched, I whisper, I feel something shifting. That's growth, Marcus says. Pain doesn't disappear. You use it or it will consume you. I start showing up every day, pushing past limits. My body strengthens. My mind sharpens. I feel a fragment of pride returning. Lucas notices. You're different, he says. More present. I'm trying, I reply. Trying to build a life I control. Then Emma calls. Can we meet? I stare at the screen. Why now? I mutter. You left me, she says when we meet. I've made mistakes. I'm sorry. I never meant to hurt you like that. I heard you the first time, I reply coldly. Sorry doesn't fix betrayal. I know, she whispers. I hope. I can't give hope to someone who broke mine, I say firmly. I'm not your comfort anymore. Her eyes fill with tears. I still love you. I'll do anything to. Love doesn't erase choices, I cut her off. You don't get to rewrite history. She falls silent. I feel the temptation to soften, to forgive, to reach for the comfort we once had. But I remember Marcus. I remember the fire in training, the pride in pushing myself past weakness. I have to go, I say, standing. I have work to do. I have myself to rebuild. Please, she pleads. Don't shut me out completely. I'm not shutting you out, I say. I'm shutting down the part of me that bleeds for betrayal. Later, Marcus meets me again. You're holding power, he observes. Not over them, but over yourself. I still feel anger, I admit. But I don't want it controlling me. That's wisdom, he says. Revenge is tempting. It feels immediate. But dignity and growth, those last. I nod. I want to rise. I want to be stronger than I was yesterday. Not to punish, but to own my life. We plan a regimen, career goals, physical strength, mental clarity. Each step, each success, pushes the past a little further away. Lucas grins. You're actually smiling now, he says. I am, I reply, but it's different. It's steady. Not desperate. Emma reaches out again, sending messages filled with regret. I know you hate me, she writes. I type back once. I am not your punishment. I am my own person. She replies, but I don't respond again. Marcus leans back. You're making choices, not reacting to wounds. That's how you reclaim power. I feel it, I say. Every morning I wake up, every hour I push myself, I'm choosing me over bitterness. Me over revenge. You'll stumble, he warns. That's human. I'll stumble, I admit. But I won't fall into hate. Not anymore. That night, I lift weights alone, silence around me. My muscles ache. My lungs burn. And yet I feel alive. I whisper to myself, I am not defined by betrayal. I am not defined by anger. I am my own life, and I will build it stronger than before. Lucas knocks gently. You're really changing, aren't you? I am, I say. And I'm finally okay with it. I'm not forgiving them yet, not fully. But I'm choosing me over everything else. The fire in my chest is no longer for revenge. It's for purpose, for growth, for dignity. I smile faintly, tasting the first sweetness of control. This is rebirth, I whisper. And I choose it. I walk through the streets, noticing things I never did before. Emma and Ryan used to seem untouchable. Now I hear whispers. I see sideways glances. Karma doesn't rush. It creeps, slow and inevitable. Lucas nudges me. They're not as happy as they thought, he says quietly. I see it, I reply. It's subtle, but it's there. Every tense smile, every awkward step, it's like watching shadows stumble. You're not smiling, he teases. I'm not gloating, I say. I'm observing. There's a difference. At work, Maya leans over my desk. You're focused today, she says. I am, I reply. Focus keeps chaos from catching me. She smiles warmly. I like watching you work. You seem in control. I'm learning to be, I admit. It's a process. You trust people again? She asks. I'm learning, I say slowly. I'm still careful. But I want to believe there's good beyond betrayal. Her eyes soften. There is. Sometimes it just takes someone noticing you. I nod, feeling a quiet connection. Not everyone notices, I say. Some just disappear when things get hard. I noticed, she says simply. And I'm not disappearing. Later, I hear from a mutual acquaintance that Ryan is facing problems at work. Misplaced deadlines, lost trust from colleagues. I feel a flicker of something, satisfaction maybe. but quickly I silence it. Lucas notices my expression. Don't let it feed you, he says. I won't, I reply. Observing doesn't mean celebrating. I want strength, not revenge. Emma's calls keep coming. I ignore most, reading her texts in passing. Her apologies grow desperate. I never wanted to hurt you, she writes. I can't stop thinking about what I lost. I type a single line back. Your actions speak louder than your words. The silence that follows is more powerful than any argument. I realize this, the quiet control I now hold, the independence I've cultivated, it affects them more than anger ever could. One evening, Maya joins me for coffee after work. You've changed, she says. Not just physically. There's calm in you. I learned control, I reply. And patience. I don't need to hurt anyone to feel powerful. That's rare, she says. Most people let bitterness guide them. Most people aren't forced to choose between destruction and self-respect, I say, watching her carefully. You're cautious, she says. I get it. But you can still let someone in without losing yourself. I know, I admit. It's difficult. Maya reaches across the table. I'll wait. No rush. I feel a warmth I haven't allowed myself to feel in months. A small spark of trust. Thank you, I whisper. At home, Lucas grins. They look exhausted, don't they? I nod. Watching them stumble, it's like seeing a mirror flipped. They feel consequences and I feel freedom. You're calm, he observes. Unlike before. I am, I reply. Because I'm not chasing revenge. I'm building my life. I walk past the park where I once ran into Emma and Ryan together. Empty swings sway in the wind. I stop and think I'm not watching for them anymore. I'm watching for me. Later, I catch a glimpse of Ryan at a local cafe, shoulders tense, murmuring apologies to someone I don't know. Emma passes by, face pale, avoiding his gaze. I feel nothing. Not triumph, not anger. Only clarity. Maya texts me, dinner tonight? I reply, yes. Lucas teases. Looks like someone's not as guarded anymore. I'm cautious, not closed, I say. There's a difference. At dinner, Maya laughs at something small I say. I realize I'm laughing too. Real laughter. Unforced. You're letting yourself heal, she says, smiling. I think so, I admit. It feels strange. Good but strange. I remember Emma's texts, her pleading eyes, Ryan's silent guilt. I realize the true shift. The power is mine now. My choices, my actions, my self-respect. They ripple farther than any anger ever could. You're different from the man I met, Maya says softly. I'm learning, I reply. Learning to be stronger without hurting others. Learning that silence and focus can carry more weight than fury. Walking home that night, I whisper to myself, I survived the battlefield, survived betrayal, and I survived myself. I glance at the stars. Control isn't about making them suffer. Control is about making myself better, stronger, unbroken. And as I step inside, I know this. Karma may take its course, but my life, my destiny, my happiness, they are finally mine to shape. I walk into the cafe where Emma and Ryan agreed to meet me. The air feels different now, not heavy with fear or anger, but steady with control. Emma looks up, eyes wide. You came, she says softly. I did, I reply calmly. We need to talk. Ryan shifts uncomfortably, avoiding eye contact. I didn't expect you to. You didn't expect me to confront you? I ask. You didn't expect consequences? It's not like that, Emma says. I wanted a chance. To explain your betrayal? I cut in. You had plenty of chances before, Emma. I came back from war trusting you. You failed me. Her eyes fill with tears. I'm sorry. I regret everything. I've lost so much. You lost. I echo, voice steady. You think your regrets compare to what I survived? Ryan finally speaks, voice small. I didn't mean for it to go this far. You didn't mean? I repeat, flat and calm. You didn't mean to ruin a life you promised to protect? You didn't mean to destroy trust. Emma flinches. I know I hurt you. You don't get to speak for me, I say firmly. I've been silent long enough, observing. But silence doesn't forgive. Silence doesn't erase betrayal. Ryan fidgets. I tried to make it right. I don't need your attempts, I say. You lost credibility with me, with everyone who mattered. Your apologies are shadows now, empty words. Emma lowers her head. You're calm? I'm not calm for you, I correct. I'm calm for me. I've spent months rebuilding my life, focusing on growth, discipline, and purpose. I'm not here to scream, to rage, to break myself over you anymore. You're different, she whispers. I am, I reply. Different because I chose to rise, not to fall into anger. Different because I learned that dignity is stronger than revenge. Ryan looks down at the table. I guess. I see that. You should, I say. Actions carry weight. Words cannot undo what you chose to do. You face consequences in reality, not imagination. I watch and I learn from it while you stumble. Emma tries to reach for my hand. Please just hear me out. I step back. I'm not here to hear excuses. I hear enough from my own heart to know betrayal cannot be rationalized. I won't let guilt manipulate me nor fear control me. She starts, voice breaking. I know you're sorry, I say. And that's all I'll acknowledge. I do not forgive yet and I may never fully. But I forgive myself for allowing this to define me. The silence falls. I let it linger, watching them realize the shift. I feel no gloating, only clarity. My life is mine. My control is mine. My strength is mine. You've grown, Ryan mutters, voice barely audible. Yes, I say. I have. And it took losing you to understand who I truly am. Emma chokes back a sob. No more, I say gently but firmly. Your pain is yours to bear. Mine is my own. I choose to walk forward, not backward. I choose life, not ruin. Lucas's voice echoes in my memory. Power is not in their fall, but in your rise. I feel it now, undeniable. You don't hate me? Emma asks softly. I don't waste energy on hate anymore, I say. I direct it toward growth, toward myself, toward the life I deserve. Ryan shifts again. You're unshakable. I am, I reply, because I stopped being defined by betrayal. I stopped giving power to those who hurt me. I learned to respect myself above all. Emma's hands tremble. I wish I could change things. You can't, I answer. But that's not my burden. It's yours. My burden was survival, and I carried it. Now I carry dignity, choice, and freedom. I take a deep breath. This conversation is over. I'm not your enemy. I'm not your victim. I'm simply me, stronger and wiser than before. I turn toward the door. My chest feels lighter. My steps steady. I glance back once, seeing regret and shame in their faces. Not satisfaction, not anger, just observation. The world feels larger, brighter, filled with possibilities. Every lesson, every scar, every sleepless night has led to this. I am whole. As I step outside, the sun hits my face. I whisper to myself, I rise. They fall. But my victory isn't in their suffering, it's in my strength, my control, my life. I walk away calmly, carrying nothing but purpose, dignity, and the knowledge that I am finally free from the past. And in that freedom, I understand something profound. The ultimate power is not revenge, it is rebirth. The phone vibrates on my desk. Emma. I stare at the screen, hands frozen. One last message, I whisper. One final test. Lucas glances at me. You gonna read it? I have to, I admit. It's closure maybe, or temptation. I open it. I was wrong. I've lost myself and I've lost you. Please, forgive me. I can't undo the pain, but I hope you find it in your heart to let go of anger. I drop the phone. Silence. My chest tightens. Forgive her? I murmur. Do I even know what that means anymore? Lucas sits beside me. It's not about her. It's about you. You control whether you carry this weight or release it. I pace. Release it? I've rehearsed rage, revenge, humiliation. I've imagined pain as justice. And now I'm supposed to just let it go? Letting go doesn't make you weak, Lucas says gently. It makes you stronger than you were before betrayal. I stop pacing, staring at the floor. Stronger, but at what cost? If I forgive, do I erase lessons? Do I betray the version of me that survived hell? That version of you survived for life, not for hatred, he replies. This is part of the test. Are you still choosing your path or letting the past control you? I close my eyes. I hear Emma's voice. I can't undo the pain. And I remember every sleepless night, every broken thought, every scar from betrayal and war. I type back, I hear you. I forgive, not for you but for me. I delete the message before sending it. Silence fills the room. My fingers hover. Forgiveness doesn't mean reconciliation, I whisper. It means freedom. I can release resentment without inviting her back. Lucas raises an eyebrow. That's the hardest kind of victory. It is, I say. I've imagined confrontations, explosive truths, arguments that would make them understand, but understanding isn't what I need anymore. Peace is. Later, I meet her at a quiet park. She looks fragile, almost apologetic enough to break me. I wanted to see you one last time, she says softly. To explain. To ask for forgiveness. I take a deep breath. Emma, I've thought about this moment countless times. And I realized something. Your apology isn't for me. It's for you. And my forgiveness isn't for you either. It's for me. Her lips tremble. I don't deserve it. No, I say. You don't. But I don't need to let anger live in me anymore. I release it. I release the pain. But that doesn't mean I restore what you broke. That doesn't mean I let you in again. She looks like she might cry. So, you're walking away? I am, I reply calmly. I'm walking away with strength, with dignity, with clarity. I am not broken by betrayal, Emma. I am whole because I chose to rise above it. She whispers, I'm sorry. I hear you, I say softly. And I acknowledge it. That's enough. I turn. Each step feels lighter than the last. I hear the echo of my own heartbeat, steady, resilient, unwavering. Maya greets me later at the office. You look free, she says. I am, I say. Not because I forgave her, but because I forgave myself for letting betrayal define me. Lucas calls that evening. So, you did it? Yes, I reply. I passed the final test. I confronted the part of me that wanted revenge, that wanted to break under grief. I chose peace. I chose life. I remember Marcus's voice. Power isn't in hurting others, it's in controlling yourself. And now I feel it fully. At home, I stand by the window looking at the city lights. My reflection stares back, strong, calm, unbroken. I survived bullets, I whisper. I survived betrayal. I survived myself. And I am more than my pain. A message from Emma appears. I hope you find happiness. I smile faintly, heart steady. I will, I type back silently in my mind, then leave it unread. Forgiveness is mine, not hers. Later, I sit with Lucas drinking coffee. You're different, he says. I am, I admit. Stronger, wiser, in control. I faced the final test of my heart, and I didn't let the past dictate my future. Maya calls, voice cheerful. Dinner tonight? Yes, I say, smiling. Life deserves more than dwelling on what broke it. I realize now, power isn't about revenge. It isn't about punishment. It isn't about her or him or anyone else. It's about me. My choices. My dignity. My peace. And for the first time in months, maybe years, I feel something entirely new. Unshakable freedom. I whisper to myself, I am whole. I am free. I am alive. I sit at my desk, the morning sun spilling over the city skyline. Lucas knocks softly. Coffee? I'll take it, I say, smiling faintly. Thanks. He sets the cup down. You've changed, you know. Completely different. I am different, I admit. Not because of what happened, but because of how I survived it. You mean everything? He asks. War, I say. Betrayal. Heartbreak. Nightmares. Loss. I survived all of it, and I refuse to let it define me. Maya's message buzzes. Lunch today? I found a new place I think you'll like. I reply, sure. Later, walking with her through the streets, I notice my reflection in a shop window. Strong, steady, composed. I can see it, she says. You carry yourself differently. Peace but also strength. I'm learning, I say. I used to measure myself by love, by loyalty returned. Now I measure by my choices, my growth, my resilience. Doesn't hurt that you're thriving, she teases. I laugh lightly. Thriving is different from revenge. Revenge is fleeting. Thriving lasts. She smiles warmly. And you're choosing lasting. I nod. It wasn't easy. There were nights I wanted to collapse, nights I wanted to yell, to hurt, to scream. But I realized, anger and hatred would only make me smaller, not stronger. You chose yourself, she says. I did, I admit. I chose self-respect over resentment. I chose growth over destruction. That's the only revenge I ever needed. We sit on a bench overlooking the park. Children laugh nearby. I feel an unfamiliar calm. I think I'm finally free from the past, I whisper. Maya turns to me. You're not carrying their weight anymore, are you? No, I reply firmly. I carry my own weight, and it's lighter than I imagined. Lucas said the same, she says. He noticed the change too. I've been rebuilding every part of myself, I say. physically, mentally, emotionally. Every step, every decision was about reclaiming me. A memory surfaces, Emma's apologies, Ryan's silent guilt. I no longer feel rage or sorrow. Only clarity. I whisper to myself, their choices don't define me. Only my actions do. Maya laughs at something small I say and I realize I'm laughing too. Real laughter. Unforced. I forgot how that felt, I admit. You're allowed to feel, she says softly. Even after everything. I answer. And I'm learning to embrace it without fear. Without caution born of pain. Later I talk with Marcus on a call. You sound alive, he says. You've truly transformed. I feel it, I admit. I survived the battlefield, survived betrayal, survived heartbreak, and now I'm finally building something lasting. Not just surviving but living. That's the real victory, he says. Not their fall. Yours. I close my eyes, remembering the months of struggle. The nightmares, the anger, the temptation to destroy them in return. But none of it matters now. I see that, I whisper. And I accept it fully. Lucas knocks later that evening. Dinner? Yes, I reply. With Maya. He grins. You deserve it. Sitting across from her in a small, cozy restaurant, I notice the subtle shifts inside me. Calm, confidence, inner power. I speak softly. I've learned that forgiveness isn't for them. It's for me. And peace isn't found in revenge. It's found in living my life fully. She smiles. You've come so far. I have, I say. And I'm still learning. Every day is a choice to rise above the past, to trust again, to live without resentment. Maya reaches across the table. I'll be here for the ride. I know, I whisper. And that's part of the new life I'm building. One defined by hope, trust, and strength. Walking home later, the city lights reflecting off the pavement, I feel a sense of finality. Not revenge. Not hatred. Not obsession. Just me fully in control of my path. I stop and look up at the night sky. I survived everything, I murmur. And I am more than the pain I endured. I am my own identity. Stronger. Wiser. Free. Lucas joins me, hands in pockets. You really did it, he says. Yes, I reply. I found closure. I healed. And I'm building a future on my terms. Maya's voice buzzes again. Good night. Sleep well. I smile, leaving the message unread. The peace I carry isn't dependent on anyone else, it's mine. I whisper to the night, I am whole. I am free. I am alive. And for the first time, I know the past will never control me again. My life, my choices, my growth, they are mine entirely. This is my victory. My revenge never came through anger. It came through rebuilding myself stronger than before. I step forward, embracing the future with quiet confidence and unshakable peace.